our minds often swirl with dreams and desires, quietly sending intentions into the universe, hoping to align with its limitless energies. Yet a lingering question often remains unspoken. Why does the route to bringing our hopes into reality feel so complex, full of twists and turns rather than a direct route to our goals? It seems that the universe, with its deep and cryptic wisdom, unfolds a maze of lessons, not as obstacles, but as ways to shape our readiness, to mold our essence for the moment manifestation comes. The interplay between our thoughts and words weaves a multi-layered tapestry that forms our reality. Speaking with ourselves is more than a simple inner voice. It becomes a rich, resonant harmony that pulses through us, shaping who we are and aligning our energies with the infinite cosmos. This self-dialogue is a private, revealing conversation, a cosmic song that carries the deepest cravings of our souls, reflecting back our truest thoughts and feelings. As temporary occupants of this vast universe, we often overlook just how powerful and transformative inner dialogue can be. This ongoing conversation is a constant, radiant flame that lights our way, guiding us through life's winding corridors toward our most genuine hopes and dreams. It becomes our lamp in dark times, the guiding light as we explore and come to understand ourselves. This twisted ritual of speaking to oneself is what lets us shape, mutate, and scavenge for meaning amid the indifferent enormity that surrounds us. It is both our lantern and our blindfold, guiding us through shifting, storm-ridden terrains, while always threatening to lead us astray. Picture your thoughts and whispered words as seeds of a darker kind, potent and laced with celestial venom, planted deep within the fertile gloom of your mind and soul. They claw their way upward, sprouting wild, blooming with a feverish beauty, and writhing in the relentless, howling winds of transformation. The murmurs you feed yourself, whether soaked in dim light or thick shadow, hold the terrifying ability to carve your future, twist your path, and reshape the very ground you walk on. Consider the lost souls wandering the bleak corridors of existence, hungry for warmth and meaning. As they mutter fragile words of hope or despair to themselves, they summon unseen forces, sometimes offering comfort, more often attracting shadows that curl close and whisper secrets of loneliness and longing. What emerges isn't a harmonious dance, but an uneasy truce. The internal monologue grappling with the universe's cold pulse, forging a melody haunted by echoes and restless spirits. These seeds are not mere figments of thought. They are restless entities, lurking beneath the surface, shaping the world in their image, waiting to bloom into the reality you dread or desire. They are the silent shapers of our world, silent but inescapably present, offering us glimpses of infinite possibility, while leaving us to wander the delicate edges of our dreams. With them, we briefly rise above the ordinary, brushing against the divine, yet so often we remain stranded at the threshold, unable to truly weave ourselves into the cosmic fabric we yearn to touch. Perhaps to capture even a fraction of this elusive power, we must become the lonely architects of our own stories, piecing together each moment with trembling hands. Imagine your life as a vast, empty canvas, with every word you struggle to find painting the fragile outlines of your hopes and fears. How strange it feels, knowing that each sentence barely fills the void, and yet it is all we have to mold the silent sanctuary inside ourselves. A sanctuary built from words, desperately reaching for meaning and connection. Every utterance, no matter how small, falls like a drop into the quiet pool of our existence, echoing out and changing us in ways we might never understand. These words, spoken in loneliness or longing, ripple outwards, carrying with them our unspoken wishes, our faded aspirations, coloring the fabric of our days with both beauty and regret. In the end, it's nothing more than a tender whisper, a faint hope sent out into the vast, indifferent universe, reflecting our most private dreams, yearnings, and losses. When you shape your story, staying aware and present helps you tap into the deep potential found in your own words. The inner conversation you cultivate acts as the brush painting your life's canvas, creating an image that mirrors your truest aspirations. Each thought you entertain and each solitary word you utter is its own exchange with the universe, a rhythmic dance with something greater, drawing out your essence and orchestrating the subtle music of your life. Being deliberate as you tell your story has a ripple effect that can do more than change your own path. It echoes outward, drawing in connections, collaboration, and fresh possibilities from the world around you. This attentive self-conversation has the capacity to transform how you experience existence, blending your energy with something larger, and coloring your days with satisfaction, happiness, and love, opening you up to the infinite what-ifs this universe holds. The almost sacred practice of talking with yourself finds its purest expression in affirmations, visionary strands of light that shine through your consciousness, suffusing your soul with something almost celestial. By aligning yourself with affirming, uplifting language, you welcome the grand rhythms of abundance, prosperity, and unconditional love into your life. See these affirmations not as mere phrases, but as a personal mantra, a calming, uplifting melody that brings your spirit into harmony with the vast, infinite universe, opening the doors to unlimited manifestation and realization. Speak them, take them in with unwavering conviction and heartfelt enthusiasm, and see how, almost magically, the universe responds, echoing back with its own celestial melodies and divine harmonies. These words, these intentional utterances, act as keys to the infinite abundance the universe holds. They gently guide the spirit, sensing our essence with the sacred rhythm of existence, letting us move and resonate with the universe's timeless music. This is a never-ending exchange of energy, a sacred connection between you and the infinite, where every affirmation stirs the cosmic sea, sending out waves of change, healing, and insight, both within you and radiating outward. Begin this deep, transformative journey with curiosity and hope. Go within, explore the unknown parts of your soul, and let your true, unique voice come forward. It is the echo, the hint of your genuine self, a soft guidance from the divine, leading you to undiscovered treasures within your own being. This descent, this unearthing, is far more than a simple journey. It is the summoning of your voice, a haunting echo rising from the untouched depths of self. It creeps forth as a trembling whisper, a silken thread from something other, something not altogether benevolent, steering you toward the secret crypts and long-buried riches within your marrow. This is no pilgrimage of light, but a passage into shadow, a solitary trek to the forbidden sanctum harbored behind your eyes. Here lies the grim task to pry open the veiled cages of your most urgent, unsettling desires, to confront what lingers behind locked doors in the corridors of your mind. Invite this stranger, the truest, rawest part of yourself, with arms stretched not in welcome, but in surrender. Speak, let what lies in your throat become a signal fire, flickering through the twisting labyrinth of self-unmasking, pulling you deeper. Brave the crags and sinkholes in your spirit, feeling the chill of secrets clawing at your consciousness, the unnamed mysteries brooding just beneath the surface, threatening to break through. Walk this perilous edge, teetering between the dark and the darker, between knowing too much and never enough. In this dance macabre, the rhythm is not always yours. You move by instinct, in time with music drumming from the abyss, sometimes harmony, more often a discordant warning. With every faltering step, catch a distorted glimpse in your shattered mirror. With every shiver, peel away a layer, turning the blade of truth on yourself. This is not a process of blooming, but of flaying. Each revelation strips you raw, laying bare the strange bones of your existence beneath a universe that does not always smile back. Progress is not gentle. It gnashes, it hungers, and through the ordeal you come to know the shape of your shadow as well as your substance. Here, in endless night, you might finally see yourself whole, or not at all. Move through this path quietly, a subdued hope trembling below each step, urging you forward despite the shadow that gently shrouds each revelation. Let your spirit rise, even if only a little, haunted by the ache of what could be, clinging to fragments of insight that arrive like whispers in the empty spaces of longing. It is in the solemn, almost mournful unfolding of this journey that the idea of purpose flickers, uncertain, barely audible against the vast, indifferent hum of the universe. Your inner voice becomes your only consistent companion, casting faint light on your way, soft, fragile guidance struggling to reach you through the haze of doubt and incompletion. These words are rain on tired soil, trying to nurture a spirit that aches to bloom, but is weighed down by melancholy, yearning only for a trace of warmth from a distant sky. When your quiet musings attempt to join with the vast, endless symphony of the cosmic, something trembling and beautiful tries to form, a fragile harmony, easily broken. The universe seems to echo back not a vibrant dance, but a quiet waltz, each step touched by some distant sadness. As if the stars themselves remember losses you can barely name, your intentions move softly, becoming the tune as you search for a partner in this endless, solemn ballroom, hoping, every so often, to feel the touch of the infinite, yet grieving the distance always lingering between your fingertips. And the universe, a dance of unity. emerging with the endless energies of the cosmos, an intimate waltz among stars and planets, reflecting the limitless possibilities inside you. This alignment brings your energy into sync with the universal flow, blending harmoniously and sending waves across the universe, indicating your openness to receive the abundance and prosperity waiting for you. Your thoughts and words become sacred tunes, divine harmonies resonating with the orchestra of the cosmos, shaping a celestial symphony of manifestation. In this profound convergence, every thought you express, each whisper, becomes a heartbeat in the universal melody, marking your presence in the cosmic dance and letting energies intermingle, forming ripples through the fabric of existence and connecting you with infinite realms and timeless dimensions. The heart of this dance lies in careful expression of your hopes and wishes, mindful sculpting of your story, where your words and conversations act as brushstrokes painting your reality on the universe's infinite canvas. It's an endless waltz of creation, a sinister unfolding where your essence aligns with the dark rhythms of the cosmos, warping your existence and bending fate to an ever-twisting will. In this eerie concord, you drift into step with a universe ancient and indifferent, a silent conspirator inscribing your fate among cold, distant stars. As you yield to this spectral choreography, you shape reality side by side with forces unseen, your very spirit tuned to the pulse of unknowable entities. The universe, no longer a gentle mentor but a chilling guide, beckons you along shadowed corridors of revelation, hissing secrets that gnaw at your sanity, unraveling the hidden terrors that haunt the fabric of creation, and staining your journey with an unforgiving, spectral light. Summon the strength to murmur those twisted affirmations to yourself, for each utterance pulls you deeper into a cycle both marvelous and monstrous. Words transmute, morphing into agents of uncanny influence. Thoughts congeal, architects erecting destiny's labyrinth with icy hands. This unending spiral, neither purely benevolent nor entirely malevolent, radiates a cold, peculiar energy, wrapping your soul in a pallid cocoon, an illusion of sanctuary shimmering with the false glow of forbidden enlightenment. Within this unholy pattern, every positive word spoken into the void reverberates across the darkness, multiplying, twisting your path with strange gifts. Prosperity that chills, love that clings like a shadow, satisfaction edged with monstrous hunger. Each whisper sends sinister ripples through the cosmic abyss, returning with unpredictable force, and your reality is inundated with treasures as dazzling as they are disturbing. Imagine this cycle as a faint ring of light circling around what remains of your essence, moving quietly, fed by the fleeting moments of hope your words once ignited, where encouragement and promise used to foster its glow. Now each gentle whisper barely nourishes its fragile shine. The glow, once a beacon, now struggles to pierce the gray vastness of existence, drawing in faint echoes instead of blessings, and waiting for a grace that lingers just out of reach. Your participation in this waning cycle feels less like a vibrant dance, and more like a soft, persistent ache, a searching, a yearning between your faded spark and an indifferent universe. The symphony that once lifted your spirit now plays with softer notes, the melody tinged with longing for harmony that seems elusive. With every step, positivity feels more like stumbling through a mist of half-chances and quiet disappointments, the horizon stretching endlessly, always moving farther away. Within this cycle, you stitch your destiny with threads frayed by uncertainty, weaving a tapestry marked more by shadows than by light. Even so, your words, your quiet offerings, still contribute a tender note to creation's distant song, harmonizing with an orchestra whose greater music you can barely hear. Yet you continue weaving and singing, quietly, uncertainly, as you wander the silent realms of your own dialogue, celestial allure, and the unsettling wisdom of the infinite pull you deeper into the void. Every word you utter, each fleeting whisper, twists into the song of creation, a melody snaking through the bleak, endless orchestra of the stars. Your essence skews the eternal symphony, skewering the universal dance with the sharp edge of your own rhythm, a chilling note, a singular, haunting tune. As you descend into the labyrinth of self, conversation turns from gentle exploration into a solitary drift through shadow and silence. Your whispers to yourself echo in the dark, not as affirmations, but as ghostly traces of the cosmos, private communions with something vast and unknowable, something that may not care to answer. This journey stains the fabric of your inner world, a disquieting love, a respect marked by scars. Each murmur is no longer a secret brushstroke on existence's canvas, but a reminder of your entanglement in a universe, both intimate and cold, a whisper shared with the dark itself. As you reach the end of this path, the colors are no longer golden. They bleed into abyssal shades, illuminated only by the flicker of self-love trying to survive in the ever-reaching night. Inside, you hear the dissonant symphony warping with the cosmos, a dance with shadows and doubt. And yet, in the silence, you move forward, enfolded by the lingering remnants of hope, haunted by your own potential.